Someone has hidden my glasses again. Yes, this all looks nominal.
Me peeking on guys pooping is nominal?
Hi. So, as the title suggests, I have in fact never played Half-Life.
What?
Now, if you're new around here, as most of my viewers are, hello, I'm Bebop. This is going to be a format of video that is going to be a little new to the channel. I hope it's cool. I hope it's interesting to watch or listen to. So, I've never played Half-Life. Now, back in the day, I did play Gmod basically by myself. I played it like it was a Call of Duty and would play the deathmatch servers or whatever, but I had never actually played the origin of Gmod, which would be, you know, Half-Life. So now, given the fact that the game came out in 1998, fact check, thank you, I wasn't born until 01, so you can't really fault me for that. In the great year of 2026, we had a pretty cool movie release called The Backrooms, and that movie put me in quite the mood to venture into a very liminal laboratory filled with monsters. So, getting right into it, I'll admit I made a mistake right off the bat. I decided to play Half-Life for the first time on hard. Because why? Well, a little game called Ninja Gaiden put a little worm in my brain that I should challenge and push myself in everything that I do, and therefore I make everything way more difficult than what it should be.
No! I knew he was gonna do it! I knew it! I knew!
So, was my experience with Half-Life kind of ruined because of that? Yes, in a way. But also, it led for really tense moments where I was fighting tooth and nail against these soldiers because of my ammo count or my health or just the sheer number of them, and it actually pushed for some really compelling gameplay where I almost was having to suddenly play it like a high-stakes CSGO match where I was having to peek corners and do all sorts of crazy flicks and whatnot. So in a sense, I am glad that I played it on hard, but also at the same time, I definitely should not have done that to myself, and I learned my lesson once I proceeded through the rest of the series.
This is the greatest game I've ever played.
Delicious.
Oh my god.
So some of my favorite things that I walked away from this game with was probably the puzzles and how innovative they could feel at times. In this clip that you just watched, I realized that the puzzle honestly reminded me of something straight out of Tears of the Kingdom. Finding a piece of metal to conduct electricity between two broken up pieces of wire so it can connect the current to the door to do whatever. In this case, it was to blow up the door to progress. I thought that that was the coolest thing ever. It wasn't just the puzzles that I really liked about the game. It has this aesthetic to it where it's almost like a time capsule, and the humor and feeling and dryness of some of the interactions with the NPCs throughout the game honestly add this layer of emotion to the game that leaves a lasting impression on you after you play. I honestly found myself really invested. Anytime I came across an NPC that was doing something, I wanted to talk to them. I wanted to hear about what they were doing. I wanted to see if they would do anything. And I know that the NPCs are one of the biggest thing that people gripe about with this game, but honestly, I never really experienced too much trouble with them, and I was able to walk away smiling.
That doesn't sound right. Let me help you. Okay. I hope you know what you're doing. Of course. Theoretically. You smell something burning?
I can't really tell.
Right. Let's try this.
Oh my god.
All in all, to bring some really scattered thoughts together into a semi-presentable format, I just wanted to express how much I honestly really like this game. I think that it's definitely something that everyone should play at least once because of how deeply seated it is in our culture today in terms of like the gaming industry and what it did for everything in the future. You really can feel the inspiration and ideas. I mean, this game, again, is from 1998, and they started developing rope physics for the expansions and DLCs for Half-Life 1, and those didn't come out until 1999, and I think either 2000 or 2001. But, I mean, shortly after the game had come out, they were already innovating upon a really creative game. You gotta put yourself in the shoes of when this came out and realize that this was actually really, really freaking cool. So, anyways, that's the video for today. today. Guys, if you haven't played Half-Life, it's super cheap on Steam. The whole franchise goes on sale for like a few bucks pretty often. Grab it, give it a try, leave a comment if you've played it, or tell me if you also haven't played it, because honestly, I talked to a few friends and they also haven't played it, and maybe I'm not as alone as I thought when it came to not playing one of the most generational games of all time. But that being said, I know that Half-Life 1 may be the foundation of it, but let's be honest, Half-Life 2 is the one people still talk about to this day, and that's next. Whether or not I'll make a video on it is yet to be determined, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out there and say Half-Life 1, really good, really fun. Honestly gave me some Halo Comedy Evolved vibes at certain points, and you really can't go wrong with that. It's fun, it's quick, it has a great story, compelling characters that make you care for them, even if they are a little bit annoying at sometimes. And there's a really cool underlying mystery to the story that they're laying out. And y'all, when I say I cannot wait to see what happens in Half-Life 2, because I know next to nothing about the story of that game. I'm so excited. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me ramble. We'll see if this type of format is something that sticks around on the channel, but this is just something I wanted to try out. So I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, thank you so much for being here. Bye, guys.